Hello, and welcome to another summer Hallmark video. I got 2 done this year. Woohoo! Here we go. Number 1, a summer romance from 2019. I gave 2 out of 5. Samantha runs her family's ranch and has dreams of turning it into a dude ranch. Sam is a developer who's swooping in to tear down the place. We just had this plot in Sweet Pecan Summer. While he's in town, he gets the lay of the land and learns about ranch life and invests in her dreams of a dude ranch and saves the day. It's weird to me because earlier in the movie, the townspeople offer her money to save the ranch and she declines, but now she's okay when she's also releasing some of her power over to the guy that she just met. Number 2, Love in the Sun from 2019. I gave 2.5 out of 5. Alana and Kai were high school sweethearts in Florida. When she moved to Chicago, they tried long distance, but things didn't work out, so they broke up. She created a dating app called Closer to connect people who are neighbors or very close in proximity due to her own failure being long distance. Her new boyfriend Evan proposes, and she goes to Florida to tell her dad in person. While there, she finds out that he's closed the family in, so she helps bring it back to life. In doing so, she reconnects with Kai, who's helping out. She's definitely emotionally cheating, and then Evan shows up to surprise her. She realizes they have no spark and breaks up with him. Kai suggests they be together now, and this all happens in a week, by the way. But her app gets an interested buyer, and work is calling her back to Chicago. She calls her friend/app partner and tells her she wants to give up her app and stay in Florida. Her friend is such a good friend and points out that she's dropping her dreams for a guy she's already failed being with and just started talking to again. Finally, someone has some sense in a Hallmark movie. Alana tells Kai she can't be with him, and I think, wow, what a sensible ending. But wait, there's more, because of course there is. She goes to the inn party, and her dad agrees to reopen. There, Kai gets a special thanks as the event's sponsor, and Alana finds out that he owns the largest kayak business in the country. She's heard of the company, but didn't know it was his. Girl, it's literally his name, Kayak, and you two used to always kayak together. You never thought there might be a connection? After hearing this, she runs off and finds him on the beach, and they kiss and get back together, because of course they do. I almost like this one, despite the stiff acting, but the emotional cheating bothered me, and that ending is super weird. No, let's not be together. Oh wait, you own a successful company? Never mind, let's do it. Number 3, My Summer Prince from 2016. I gave 3 out of 5. Not as good as other Hallmark royalty movies, but still fun. Prince Colin is in the U.S. for a while and hires a PR consultant, Deidre. She gets the chickenpox and her assistant Mandy steps in and pretends to be her without telling anyone. While working, she falls for the prince. His fiancée shows up as they're about to kiss and obviously kills the mood. She gets upset and runs off. The fiancée finds out that she's not Deirdre and tells the prince, who is now also upset. Mandy gets fired and the prince tells her off. But then she goes home and her boss is like, just kidding, love you. Here's my invite to their ball and my credit card so you can get a dress. The Hallmark universe sounds so nice sometimes. She shows up to the event right after the prince dumps his fiancée and decides he wants love instead. They see each other, kiss, make up, and fall in love, because of course they do. Number 4, Summer in the Vineyard from 2017. I gave 2.5 out of 5. This is a sequel to Autumn in the Vineyard that's already featured in another one of my Hallmark videos. Frankie and Nate are a couple who own a vineyard. She works on the wine and he works on the grapes. This movie is one of those frustrating ones where no one can talk. She doesn't think the wine is ready, but he cuts her off like 7 times and doesn't let her tell him, and of course has that, well, why didn't you tell me response when he finally finds out. He doesn't ask her about anything, so he signs a contract for them to last-minute host Summerfest. He also sprays his experimental substance all over their entire harvest, which starts killing their plants. They are terrible partners with horrible communication, which is the point of the movie, but also why I disliked it. She's not bad. She's at least trying to communicate. He doesn't let her speak, signs contracts without her, commits them to hosting a festival last minute without discussing it with her, kills their plants, and goes behind her back and tastes her wine mid-project when they had boundaries in place not to do that. He's a shitty partner and she deserves better. Number 5, A Taste of Summer from 2019. I gave 3 out of 5. Gabby moves to Bright Shore where her sister is. She immediately swoops up a restaurant and gets it up and running. She meets Caleb, who owns a more laid-back restaurant in town, and they quickly stir up some competition. They end up softening up towards each other, though. There's a contest for restaurants in town called A Taste of Summer that they both enter. When the judges are calling out the winners, they hold hands in anticipation even though they're competitors, which I thought was a cute touch. She wins the contest and the man. They kiss and live happily ever after. The whole movie has an element of, you help me grow, that I like, although sometimes it's stemming too much from competition, but the overall sentiment is sweet. That's all for this summer video. There's enough summer Hallmark movies left for one more volume this year. No promises, but it might be coming soon. If not, then we still have holidays coming up.